Hello everyone, this is Dave T1963. It's that time of year again where I start getting a lot of questions about my helium sticks, and so I'll give my 2019 update on them, as well as I want to talk about the Beast sticks because I purchased these last year. Didn't really get a whole lot of use out of them last year, but I fully intend on using them this year. So here's my Beast sticks. What I did with mine is I just spray painted them. I did go with the Amstel. I spliced it myself. I made these, oh gosh, I think they're 3 foot. They can handle a tree up to 3 foot diameter. One thing I did do to these is I took the Versa strap idea from Tethered and I just spliced in a real simple elastic cord loop so it can go right over the Versa button. And that solves, trying to tuck them in and all that. I made a couple bungees. I did these in pink because my daughter is hunting with me this year, and this is what I'm going to put her on, is the Beast sticks. But really, what I like about the Beast sticks are the solid one piece. There's no chance of it making noise. I absolutely love the way these tree standoffs grip a tree. And they are a little bit lighter. I think overall for 3 sticks, it's right at about a pound lighter. Just under a pound lighter than my helium sticks, so that was a plus. But these are good sticks. I wouldn't hesitate for anyone to do them. You will need to take a little bit of stealth stripping or whatever and figure out a way to quiet some of these when they stack. I just simply cut it and put it right in the standoff area. And then I put a strip also down here in the bottom area. And so they stack up and they're very lightweight and quiet. The only pro or negative that I have with the Beast sticks is sometimes these are a little bit more bulky than my helium sticks, especially when trying to go through the brush with the permanent step. But when I attach these to a backpack, that's really not much of an issue. And while I'm sitting here doing this, I just want to compare the two, the helium and the Infault Beast sticks, because I get questions all the time on heliums not stacking together very tightly. That's the total profile for 3 helium sticks. It's less than what the Beast sticks are. Okay, the Beast sticks actually are quite a bit taller than the helium sticks. So, I mean, not quite a bit. They're a little bit taller. So I just don't get where people are concerned about how well these stack up. But it is what it is. I think they stack up perfectly fine. They're still my go-to stick. These are the ones I've used for the last 4 or 5 years. Since I started modifying these, it seems to have caught on. A lot of people are starting to cut sticks down to 24 inches or so. But these are my go-to sticks. I really haven't done a lot of changes to these. Right now I've got a Versa strap on this top one because I was running a lot of cameras and stuff, but I'll go back to Amstel. The Versa straps are nice and stuff, but to me, I was having a lot of difficulty getting them off of the Versa button after I really compressed them down and stuff. And so I'm going back to Amstel. I'm familiar with Amstel. I've been using it for 4 or 5 years, and it's just what I like best. Once again, what I've done is I've spliced the elastic strap in here to where I can hook it over the top of my step or the Versa button or wherever. Okay, another thing that's neat about those elastic loops is once you put this on a tree and you got a little bit left over, you can also take that and either hook it up to your step or the Versa button or wrap it around a couple times and attach it here so you don't have that strap flapping in the wind. Everything else on the helium sticks are the same as they were last year. Same set of sticks actually. I did touch up the paint a little bit. I got the camo foam tape around the standoffs to quiet that down. I still use the exercise matting to go between them, and I also tape on a little piece of exercise matting right where the tree standoff goes. You can refer to my 2018 video. Everything's the same. I really haven't done much at all. I was going to try to use the Versa straps this year, but like I said, after having ran cameras all year with this stick, I'm just not happy with how hard it is sometimes to get this back over a full-size Versa button. Now maybe they work better on the Beast sticks with the smaller button and stuff. But for me, a lot of times I was really cranking that rope around to get it over the Versa button, and then when I would set this down, it really became hard to get that off there. So I'm going back to M still on my helium sticks. This was what I will be running this year again, is helium sticks. But you know what? If my daughter wasn't going to be using these infall sticks, I'd probably be using them 50% of the time. I'm letting her use these because you know what? These are a well-made stick. I trust Dan and his engineering and stuff, and you know, it's my daughter, so I'm going to put her on something safe. I wouldn't have no problem putting her on the heliums, but with the folding steps and stuff, I just think the B sticks are going to be a little bit simpler for her to use. My plan is I'll walk her in every morning to pre-selected trees I have for her. I will climb and put the sticks up and put her platform. She's got a fear of height, so I'm trying to keep her platform height about 10 to 12 foot high. And I think 3 sticks will get her there easily. I am a little bit worried about how far of a step, a 24-inch step might be a little bit much for her. So I'll have to weigh that out and see. If it is, I've got a set of the old Lone Wolf sticks. I guess we'll make that a go because that's only 16-inch. Actually, I've got an old step of helium, still full length. I'll probably put her on that if the beasts don't work. But anyway, this is what I'm running this year. Like I said, both sets of sticks have their pros. Both of them have a few cons in them, but overall, man, to me, you know, I experimented with spurs. I've done permanent screwing steps. I've used strap-on steps. I've used gym steps. To me, if you want to sneak in and set up on a tree close to buck bedding,